Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NFT Catcher Podcast with me, Jenny from the blockchain, and my co-host, Michael Keene. Today's episode is going to be a dedicated Art Basel 2023 recap, which I actually didn't go to, but Michael did, so he's going to talk all about his experience. But first, before we get into that, we wanted to read a couple reviews that we have. Shout out to everybody who has been enjoying the podcast and has written a review for us on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the reviews. So we're going to read them now. I think I'll read two, and Michael, you can read too. All right, this one's from Xmas Beer. They said, normal NFT people. I hope it doesn't bother them that I call them normal, but what I mean is that it's just like listening to good friends talk. They're knowledgeable, well-connected, and not trying to hype or sell stuff all the time. Best NFT podcast I've found by far. Woo! That was great. Yeah, we are not bothered by being called normal. Thank you.
That is a go. You want me to read the next one?
Yeah, go for it.
We have M. Flanagan 82. I assume that means they were born in 82, so they're almost my age, which is nice. I know our demographic.
Nice.
Michael and Jenny bring on the best guests, keep the conversation moving, and keep up on the latest news and trends. Producer Andy is doing a great job too behind the scenes, as each podcast has nice, clean audio and always top quality 5 stars.
Aw, that was a nice Andy compliment.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got Instashlin.
Instashlin, like insulin, but Instashlin, maybe.
Oh, okay. Instashlin.
Yeah.
They wrote, must listen when watch. Pretty sure I've listened to every single episode. Oh my gosh. Wow. As this is one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. Informative Web3 news and coverage. Love the IRL event recaps. Oh, then you're going to love this episode. Great guests. Carly, founder/builder, security leaders, etc. Share their personal ups and downs in the space. Michael paper handing a Fidenza, and much more. Keep killing it, guys. And when video stream? Oh, well, don't be holding your breaths for the video stream. We do not have plans of doing video streaming anytime soon, but thank you for listening to every single episode. That is amazing.
That is amazing. It's so much easier not to do video stream.
It is. Oh my God, it is.
And imagine the extra work we'd put on Andy. It'd probably 3-4 X's to work on him, you know?
And I feel like it would compromise the audio quality because we'd be focused on like trying to show stuff and like, I don't know.
It wouldn't be as good, especially we're not in the same place. You need like to do that right. You got to have multiple cameras and like, you know, be together, I think makes it. Yeah. I think it's good. The next one is from R.S. Jordan Jr., who is Ron Jordan, one of my oldest friends in Web3. We met way back in the Clubhouse days, like April 2021. Ron's a really good guy, a V friend. He actually has his own podcast, Ron's Roundtable, where it's really cool. He's into the V friends compete and collect cards. You know, I know you're big into them too. You play the card game. So he's real into that. His most recent episode was actually AJ Vaynerchuk. So they talk for about it. Whoever he has on, he's had my buddy Rob Messer on, like really good. Ron's awesome. But they talk for like a half hour and then they play the card game, like on the podcast.
Fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's really good.
Yep. So I've learned how to play. And I was talking to Ron about a week ago, and I broke out the cards I had from Series 1, the drop that we got for free from the books, from the Series 2 V Friends. And he's like, that one is $130 card. And like, I have like a couple $100 worth of
Oh, let's go.
Compete and collect cards. So let me read his review. And this is true. He says, as an early adopter to the NFT Catcher podcast, they were my first clubhouse late night shill. They gave opportunities and connect people in meaning ways. Let's get a little grammar here, Ron. In meaning ways.
Meaningful.
Congrats to the uber successful podcast. Thank you, Ron. We appreciate that.
Oh,
that was
nice.
Yeah. And the reason we've had this deluge of recent reviews is because a couple weeks ago, we offered up an NFT called Obligatory Black Hoodie, which is a super cute character in our trademark Kelly Green fur with a black hoodie. This is NFT Catcher podcast. And it just says NFT Catcher, I think. And it's
Michael made it. It's AI art.
Yep. So I made made it and minted 15 of them. They're in my wallet. I've distributed 10 or 11 already. So the next 4 reviews that come in will get one. And the final one, I saved serial number 1. So it's not like a race and the first person gets one. Whoever happens to be the 15th one will get one. Now, what might happen is you might put a review in from hearing this, but then by the time it pops, they'll already be gone. We will have something else to claim. I can't guarantee that it's going to be completely free next time. This one I minted. I did all the transfers. But we will figure something out to keep rewarding people as free as possible. Some really cool stuff for, people to leave reviews and do something nice for us,
Yeah. So, and also if you've written a review on Apple Podcasts in the past, you can have an opportunity to claim this as well. We're mostly catering to new reviews, but if you've written one in the past, we will honor this for you as well. So you can either DM NF Ticket on Twitter, that's Michael, or you can email us nftcatcherpod@gmail.com and just let us know that you wrote a review and maybe, send a screenshot of the one you wrote.
Yep.
And we'll send you one of the NFTs. So yeah, that's very exciting. But yeah, if you haven't written a review, there will, from here on out, is an opportunity to earn an NFT for writing a review. So it's nice to, just get your reviews in while you can, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, this is our last pod recording of the year. I think we'll be putting out some other episodes that we recorded previously, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's you know what? It's been a great year. I guess we're not going to do a year in review. Maybe we'll do a year in review, like the first one we do back January.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? So the next, because this is Basel recap. So the first one in January, I'll try and put together like a timeline. Didn't we do that before? January, February?
We got to prep. Yeah, we did a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll prep for that. We'll do something fun for the new year. It'll be nice to take a little break, I guess. We'll come back. We're not planning on going anywhere, but it's, we've gone hard this year and for a long time, with really consistent. So I think that's cool. You're going to do a little traveling, I guess.
Oh yeah. I'm going back home, going back to Arizona for the holidays. And yeah, I'm excited to see my family. So
awesome. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some art, Basel. Well, first, should we talk about the market? How well, ETH touched 2,400.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Things are popping off. It is so exciting to see.
Not the least of which is Solana. We even talked about that last time, but since then, even more, like Mad Labs and all that stuff, is real. They're doing the Claynosaurs. Solana is really doing well. But on the ETH side, what we know about, Pudgies went to 12, back down to 10.7. The Littles made it up to like 1.2. I sold at 1.19 this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
nice.
I sold. Yeah. I honestly had the most amazing time. Like, I consider myself a Pudgy penguin. I have a bunch of the assets from those digital things we got. Like, I don't need to hold, I bought it for 0.4 a month ago. And
yeah, that's great.
The vibe at that party was on point though, for sure.
Oh my gosh, I want to hear about the party. Yeah, I heard
the Pudgy party. The Pudgy party was great. But everything's doing really well. Like Pixelmon, our favorite project that we love to shill. Affiliate link in the notes. Joking, is crushing it. Like Pixelmon really is doing well. But like a lot of these things, like Sugartown Auras. Did you see what happened with them?
No.
Remember that, how they came out and they were doing well and it was all right. Sugartown Auras, in true 2021 fashion, Beanie comes in with a tweet. I should have brought up the original tweet, but he basically talked about who the founders of Sugartown Auras was and who Zynga was, the company putting it on. And he's like, I don't see why all these other weirdo projects are pumping to 1-2 ETH and this one is so undervalued. And that was at like 0.2 or 0.3 or whatever it was. And now it went up to like 0.8. Now it's at 0.66. But that was like, he's got the alpha. Whatever you think of Beanie, like,
really pumped.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I talked about Legendary and B-Check, the new the Twitter space, not new, but the Twitter space that I like. And they said, whatever you think of Beanie, and I thought of you. They're like, whatever you think of Beanie, they're like, if you listen to, if you know, he follows what he says, it's usually some quick money.
So now should we reconsider having him on for 2024? You know, also we need to have some Solana people. We've had nobody. Oh wait, we had Magic Eden founders, but still, we need some more Solana people next year.
We do. I'm gonna reach out to Zane because Zane works for the Claynosaurs now. If you remember Zane
That's
Gaziani,
right.
and he still hasn't come on. I'll reach out to him, and then I don't know who else, but we definitely should try and get some.
Yeah. So
some soul people. I mean, Easy Eats Bodega. You know the Bodogos. I actually want to get one of those. They're like 10 soul, and I have that much. I think I want to snag one of those.
What is soul at right now? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, I don't know off the top of my head. My guess would be in the 60-ish, but it says 68.33. We're recording at 4 p.m. on December 11th, 4 p.m. Eastern time, US. My exact coordinates are no. I'm just joking.
Don't dox that address. Okay, so are we going to talk about Art Basel now, or?
Yes, we're going to talk about Art Basel.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Yay.
So Art Basel, I didn't want to go crazy. In past years, I've been like burning the candle at both ends and down there all day and up and getting my kids out to school. So this time I kind of handpicked the events I wanted to go to. Thursday night, I went to the Sagamore Hotel on South Beach that had the Nolcha show. And you know Katniss, you know her?
Katniss Evergreen?
Katz.
No, I don't think so.
She was putting on that event. Awesome lady. We've met a bunch of times now. We've kind of known each other through V Friends, and she's putting on lots of events. But she was putting on, so I went there. And honestly, I didn't really know too many people, but it was very nice. It's a beautiful hotel, beautiful setting, good music, had some good conversations, but I didn't really know too many people, hung out for a while. I actually ended up walking around South Beach for a little bit and then went over to Wynwood, met up with just a few friends that I knew, not even from Web3 that were over there, and walked around there for a while, went home Thursday night, a little bit chill. Actually, the first 2 nights were chill, but the second night was awesome. So Friday night, I didn't even know what I was going to do. Got the kids to bed, drove into Wynwood, and then I just randomly hit up VGF. And I was like, what are you doing? And he said he's walking around. So we started walking to meet each other. And then Corey Van Loo texted that he was headed back to his studio, which is there. So VGF and I went, hung out with Corey and Andre, just the 4 of us Friday night. Yeah. And like his studio now is filled with so much art.
Yeah, he has a new studio, right?
Yep. You got a new studio. It's a smaller place. It's like in Wynwood, but it's got a balcony overlooking the city. Real beautiful, real nice. It's filled like wall to wall art and just always fun. Just talking it up, talking to VGF about all the stuff they're doing at Pixel Vault. I got some alpha that I cannot talk about. That's actually pretty cool. Yep, I did.
Oh shoot! Should we be buying some
no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say to buy, but I would say that if you're a gamer and you think you might be able to do well and win something, get in there because you might be happy with what you're gonna win. I don't know.
Good alpha.
Yeah, I'll stop there.
All right.
Yeah, but no, they're working on really cool stuff. Like their game battle plan is like. They're on Arbitrum, and they're like a large percentage of the volume on that blockchain. They're doing really well with the stuff they're doing. People seem to like it. Battle plan, yeah, and the GG token. So that was Friday night, and Andre, hope he gets better soon. Dislocated his shoulder, so he's in like a sling. No. I know, his right arm too. Yeah. I know, it's tough.
That's rough.
Good spirits though. Everybody was happy. They were doing good. Corey's working on a bunch of new stuff. All right, Saturday afternoon. That's when I spent the whole day. So Saturday afternoon at like 1:00, I drove down to South Beach. The traffic has been so bad. Like,
man, I can't. That's
bad.
I feel like that was the main thing that I kept reading about on Twitter was like
It's
how
worse.
bad the traffic was, and to cross the bridge apparently in an Uber.
That's the problem.
Hour.
Yeah, you need to be really smart about what you do. So, like, if you're going from South Beach to Wynwood, that is really difficult, especially in the middle of the day. And it ruins your whole day. It could take a couple hours. I didn't get stuck in any of that too bad. But Saturday driving down, it should have taken me like 45 minutes to get to the Rug Radio House. I went to the Rug Radio House for Art Day on South. They had a beautiful house on South Beach, like a gated house. You come in, there was like a Rolls Royce there, like okay, whatever.
Oh,
they were showing
bougie.
off. Yeah, it was real nice. Like cause statues everywhere. It was
really,
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it wasn't the Rug Radio thing like multiple days.
It was like I think it was at least 3. It might have been 4 days. It was at least 3 days of events. Yep.
So it was just people were like hanging out there and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It was a party house. You could tell it was a lot of partying, a lot of like food orders, and like definitely that crew was hanging out there and living there. But there was also like a large crowd and artists, and like when it was like D's and F Dot. I'm trying to think of the people that were on the podcast. Mika, Gigi, who else was there from the VGF was there. Not from the pod, but Snowfro was there. You know Benny Redbeard, you know that guy?
Oof.
Redbeard. He's like Barba Roja on Twitter. You might recognize him. Let me find him on Twitter.
We follow each other. Although he's not ringing a bell for some reason, but I do follow him. So
yep. Real good dude. I met him at VCon last year, and then him and Snowfro did a panel. He like interviewed Snowfro.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he had a funny interview style. He was like kind of like dry humor, like telling funny jokes. He was cracking them up.
Oh, really?
Stuff. Yep. And that was like out by the pool, and it was cool. It was a good time. Everyone just chilling.
Yeah.
Yep. So then from there, I drove over to, and I was lucky because that's kind of that house was North Beach, and the Pudgy party was like the design district, which was north of Wynwood. So I was able to cross the northern bridge, not the one that's like a complete nightmare. So it really wasn't bad. And the party was starting at 7, and I left at like 5. So I knew I had plenty of time. I wanted to get there early.
Were you the first one there?
Maybe in the first couple dozen.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's really early.
Yeah, I was pretty early. Well, I actually went and got a bite to eat. I found a nice taco truck, like a local taco truck in Miami, and just got some cool birria tacos. Like, it's perfect. And then got ready to go in. I met Alan Carroll because I had a +1 for his cousin. He messaged me if I had a +1. He had his cousin coming.
Alan's the best.
Yeah, Alan's awesome. Alan's the nicest guy in the world for sure. He really is as sweet as he seems. He's so funny. His memes are the best. If anyone doesn't know Alan Carroll, his memes are the best.
Yes, funny memes.
Yep.
And I like your shirt. You got that from the Pudgy Penguins party?
Yeah, I got this. Yeah, so they were giving out. So I got this shirt. Let me show you this hoodie I got for free. This shirt I'm wearing and this hoodie are free. Pudgy Penguins, Z-Sync, Basel Miami 2023. And what's good is I need hoodies because I wear a smaller size than I used to wear. So that's one of my only hoodies. And then check this other shirt out. So IYK did an activation with them. They announced it on Twitter earlier in the day. And it was like a social experiment. They sold this shirt.
Okay, that is so cute.
It's a great shirt, right?
That is
it's got the QR code on it. It's also got this, which you can't really see, but it's a tag on the bottom left of the shirt. And in here is one of those circle IYK chips. And what this does, you tap it, and it just brings up the shirt. It's an NFT, so this is like number 74 in the collection. So it ties, it authenticates the shirt. But they also added a social experiment to it, which is just a fun little thing where whoever stakes the most ETH in the contract, whenever anybody taps any of the shirts that were sold, they probably sold a couple hundred of them. Whoever taps it, that whatever Pudgy that you want to pop up does. So if it's yours, a little one, whatever it is, it'll pop up to everybody that taps a shirt. So if someone's staking like 0.05 ETH right now, and their NFT shows up. And then what happens is if I stake more than that, they automatically get their money back in the contract. IYK created this. It's like an interesting thing. It's not a huge use case, but it's just like a fun little activation. And it was probably the most expensive t-shirt I ever bought. But I was excited to buy
I thought
it.
you just said you got it for free. Oh, you got the other two.
This one, that one, that was t-shirt.
So how much was it?
$60.
$60. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not that crazy, but
it's not that crazy. But it's an expensive t-shirt, but it's not that crazy.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's a cool activation. And there was a line of people and they sold out. So it wasn't like
so you got that limited edition.
Yeah. And in addition to that, at the party was Austin, the COO, and the two founders. And I've become friendly with Austin recently because I'm working with them to do something with their chips. That's why I was so excited to buy the shirt. And met Austin and the two founders. Very, very nice. Like they're super excited to do interesting, fun things with these chips. Really, really neat. And I also need to shout out a company uniquely because I've met this guy, Chris, at pretty much every NFT event for the last couple of years. And he's been doing NFC chips in his stuff for a long time as well. Uniquely.
That's a cool
awesome.
bucket hat.
He gave me that for free. So this one, I also tap and it goes to an NFT as well.
Nice.
There was a lot. It's the future. There was a lot of tappable stuff. A lot of artists are putting stuff in their frames, in their packaging, are putting NFC chips. It's for authentication. Like it's great technology. And there's definitely a few companies that are doing really cool things. I've talked about IYK incessantly now, so people know about them. But they're I'm really impressed. Every time they do something new, it's always impressive. And
that's awesome.
The team's really nice and they're sharp. It's good stuff.
How was just going back to the Pudgy party.
Going back to the Pudgy party. So very little line walking in. It was a token proof entry, which is so seamless. Tap in, tap in, tap in, bam. Like it's awesome. And Luca was at the door. Luca and Lorenzo were at the door greeting everybody.
That is smart. That's a smart move.
Probably an hour. I talked to Luca for a minute, said hello. I don't want to bother him, but he was talking to everybody that came in. And he's the star of the night, like he was the star.
Yeah.
Andrew Wang was there. I was surprised to see him out and about.
Oh, I haven't seen him on Twitter in a while.
I know. I mean, and then I got the thing, and he was having fun, and I'm like thinking about there's probably people thinking like, how this guy's made a mistake and vouch for somebody, but
he's been canceled a few times.
Right. He has been canceled, but I'm looking at the guys having fun with his friends. It's like it shouldn't ruin his life.
I mean, you can't cancel somebody in real life, right? It's like
right. Yeah. Like you make fun of him if you post something on Twitter, I guess, because that you're not going to buy anything that he suggests you buy. That's your own fault if you do. But yeah. But it was a good reminder. Like people, you get a view of somebody and you think they're whatever, but he's having fun with his friends, and he's allowed to.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, good for him.
Absolutely. So Pudgy Pang was, I'll set the scene. You walk in, it's this place called the Glass Box in Miami, if anybody wants to look it up. And you walk in and they had the igloo set up, like the cardboard igloo. And they had some big, huge Pudgy vinyl toys and a bench for photo ops and one of those red carpet photo op kind of signs. And it was an indoor outdoor. They had really nice food. They had this Japanese cheesesteak kind of thing where they're grilling up beef and making little sandwiches for people.
Free food for people?
Yeah, free food.
Oh, that's nice.
Totally free. They had an ice cream stand where people were just scooping ice cream all night. They had tacos and chips and different stuff there. Yep. They also had buckets of free plushies, like those little plushies we have.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I love that. Did you get some?
I didn't, and because I didn't want to carry them around. And then by the time I got the sweatshirt for free, I was like, oh, I guess I'll go put it in the car. But I wasn't carrying around a bunch of stuff. And but they gave out a bunch of that stuff. There was a lot of different merch. There were some really cool hoodies, some really cool different stuff. Sorry.
Dad life.
Yeah. Dad life. Yeah, that was sorry, everybody. That was my son asking if he could go back inside. I had him in here because if I leave
Oh, he was
him,
like listening.
he was sitting right here playing the Switch because if I left him alone with his sisters while I did this, all I would know is one of them would come out crying, Edward did that. So I'm like, you're coming in here with me and sitting, but I'm letting him go now. So it'll be
Andy
fine.
wrote truth.
Yeah, exactly. He knows. Andy knows. Whew. All right. So the Pudgy party. What else was going on? All the food. Michael K was there. A lot of the Magic City apes were there for sure. Katz was there again. I hung out with Katz for a little bit. I'm a fan of her. She's very nice, very just does all kinds of cool stuff. Riggs was there. Riggs was in rare form. Our buddy, you know Riggs. I had him on for a recap. One of the ones you're off. I
don't think I've ever met him. I think I followed him on Twitter though. But I've never met him.
Riggs is a good dude. He was laying one out. He was definitely had a couple drinks. He was dressed as his penguin, which has like an orange kimono. He was like dancing around and having a good old time. Funny. Yeah. Who else was there? Illa, the producer, was there. I don't remember exactly who else, but it was really fun. Really fun to just talk and that was like a loud, vibey party with like it was crowded and all kinds of stuff happening. Like huge pudgy penguins walking around like in character. They made their announcement for the Pudgy World, the video game. They had a couple of video games set up for people to play. So
what did they say exactly?
I don't know. I missed that part.
Okay, just something about there's Pudgy.
There's like Pudgy War. Yeah, they're having some kind of game. I don't know. The game. Whenever I start hearing game, it kind of goes over my head. I'm like, good for you guys. Game is nice. But there's a million Twitter threads about what they announced. So if anybody wants to check it out, but everything was pumping then. So like Pudgies were at 12 ETH when that party started at all time high. Wow. So what the vibe is like when it's a party like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everyone's like, yeah. That's what it was like. You could tell everybody's like, we did it.
Celebrating.
And Luca especially, like Luca, I really like Luca. You could tell he's like a tiny bit, maybe like socially like not super comfortable or whatever, but he like does a good job. But then I saw him with like some of his friends and the people he was comfortable with. And you could tell he's like really cool. I could tell he's like, he's a cool dude. Like he's a legit dude. Yeah. I saw him like vibing with his people, and how he was like interacting with them. I'm impressed with everything Luca does. I mean, he did an interview with Timepieces on Twitter Spaces today I listened to, and it was very impressive. And even after he left, some lady came on the stage and was like, wow, that was impressive. Because he really is impressive.
Yeah, he's everywhere doing everything. And like I feel like he like says yes to everything. And I just know he's like busy every single day.
Yeah. Riggs told me he was driving around Miami in a Rolls Royce.
Oh, bougie.
I know.
Living it up.
Yep. I didn't get to the Frank D Gods party. I heard really good things about that. The D Gods, the Dust Labs or whatever.
Yeah.
They had a house. They gave some cool merch out, things like that. And another shout out that I didn't make it to is OD Labs, who Mika, who we had on the podcast, actually works for them now. She's their, I think, chief content officer, maybe something like that, or chief creative, maybe creative might be. But they are doing extended reality, augmented reality, and people were raving about their installations. OD Labs, if you want to look them up.
I just recently started hearing about them a bunch, and then I heard they had a party in Miami. So
I wanted to make it to that, and I didn't. I left after the Pudgy party. The Sappy Seals also had a after party.
I heard they had like a community meetup type of party, right?
Well, I didn't go, so I don't know, but I heard it was an after party right after Pudgy, so everyone was leaving Pudgy going to Sappy. Because they did it right around the coast. Smart. Yeah, smart.
That's smart, yeah.
Yeah, real smart. Real smart. They did his official after party. That was Saturday. So what else happened? Pudgy, indoor, outdoor, the food stalls, the drinks, the ice cream, the free plushies. I think I got it all. And Joey Val's. I hung out with my buddy Joey Val's. You know him? You know Joey Val's?
You may look up on what's their Twitter?
It's probably Joey Vales, Joeyvowels. He's a mainstay on Coffee with Captain, so that's why I know him. You might.
Oh, okay.
Good dude though.
Yeah.
He works with the Colony. They're doing a lot of stuff with like real world asset and tokenizing it and stuff. Interesting stuff. He's a good dude. Real smart guy. Real smart. All right.
Nice.
And the next night, this is the one I was looking forward to most, and it definitely didn't disappoint. It was awesome. The Bored Ape Yacht Club Mansion Party. And listen to this. It was
Mansion Party.
Very bougie. So it was in a town called Weston, which is only about 20 minutes from my house.
That's convenient.
Very, very nice. So I just drove down there, drove home afterward, didn't have to go to Miami, didn't have to go to South Beach. That was very nice. And it was at a place called what the heck was the mansion called? The Jaffer Mansion, Jaffer. Ollie J is a Bored Ape Yacht Club holder. He has a gold ape and hosted everybody.
That was his mansion?
Yeah.
Wow.
You see it? JFFER Mansion?
Oh, no, I didn't look it up. Well, I should look it up.
It's got its own Instagram page.
Oh, so does he like usually rent it out and stuff, or does he like live there?
I don't know. I think he lives there, and what I was told is he's offered the house up a bunch for ape parties, but it's a little bit out of the way. It's not in Miami, you know. It's like 45 minutes from Wynwood. So it's the largest private pool in South Florida.
The largest private pool. Wow.
Yeah.
Was anybody like swimming in the pool?
They weren't. They said we could bring bathing suits and swim, but nobody was.
People didn't really do that. Was it cold? What was the weather like over there?
Absolutely beauable. You know, weather's beautiful. Yeah. We got a little bit of rain, but there was plenty of covered area, so it was no problem. Yep. But we didn't even go in the house. It was just outside the house, like the backyard pool area, and a bathroom. So, but it was still so amazing. And it was all the Magic City Apes and all the Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's probably 150 people there. Laura Rod was there, Illa the producer, a bunch of people from the Yuga Labs team, Stone Dabu, Claude, are some of the people from Magic City Apes that put it on. I found out one of the Magic City Apes lives right in Parkland with me. I won't dox him. I'm not going to dox him. I'm not as, I don't know. But
good.
Yeah. I hung out with Captain from Coffee with Captain a lot of the night. And we talked about my new venture, which he's actually an alma mater. That's his alma mater where I'm going to be working.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. People find out his alma mater, they'll know.
They can figure that out from there. I'm not keeping it a total secret. I'm not trying to, I don't want to
drop in some hints here and there, some Easter eggs.
We could drop some hints for sure. It's it's coming. I don't want to talk about too much and then have it something knock on wood, something happened, but I think we're good. I think we're doing awesome stuff. But talked to Captain for a long time. Who just a lot of people I've made friends with over the last couple of years. That party was so cool, chill vibe outside. Do you remember that game, Mutants vs. Apes, the first like Yuga game they did? The prize
was that the one? Yeah, where there was a bunch of different prizes, right?
I think so. One of the prizes was a special bong, like a Yuga bong.
Yes, we talked about that with Peter, right? For the interview.
Did we? We talked about the bong?
Didn't we? Like, my friend Zach won the bong.
Oh, okay. We did. That's right. We talked about that. Okay. Yep. So one of the bongs was broken out by Claude for the first time ever. And he had weed that was Snoop Dogg branded weed, like Snoop Dogg's Dr. Bombay weed. And they poured ape water into the bong. So it was like, and they even lit it with the Ape Fest Zippo lighters they just sold. So
wow. A true Bored Ape.
It was a whole experience. It
was
all, they were giving out all kinds of made by apes, like candy and chocolate and liquor and all that stuff and wine. It was catered by Cheetah Barbecue, which is a Made by Apes branded barbecue company.
Oh, all ape stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was super neat. That's the vibe I like. I like being able to chat, being able to chill.
It was more chill. It wasn't like super crowded and loud.
No, it wasn't crowded. It was a huge house and it was not crowded for sure.
Uh-huh.
It was not crowded. It wasn't loud. There was music, but it wasn't loud. Great vibes, great people.
That's
Met a lot
fun.
of people. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Had
see
awesome
too much
time.
stuff about that on the timeline, so must have
Yeah,
been
it was kept a little.
more into it.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was like I said. There, if 100 people were there, 100, 150 maybe throughout the whole night, that's about the max that was really there.
Nice. There's nobody there vlogging and exposing the
No,
party.
there was a lot. There was a videographer doing all kinds of stuff, but yeah, so
that's
I don't
cool.
know what that's going to be used for, but yeah.
They might come out with an official video recap.
It might. Magic City Apes parties and Ghost Club parties are my two favorite kinds of parties at these events.
Did you go to Crypto Storm's like yacht party?
No, I didn't go to that. I didn't even
Okay.
see any information. I didn't get an invite. She didn't like DM me, so I was like, whatever. No, I'm joking. I saw her. Like, I don't think honestly, like Crypto Storm, Mika, Gigi, they dressed to the nines. I don't think they would even know who I was if I went up and
yeah, they would.
them.
Well, we had all of them on the.
I know that's what
podcast.
I'm saying, but even I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Gigi's birthday was during the art. She messaged me too. She's like, "Hey, you coming to Miami?" But I was like, "No, I'm not this year." But yeah, I know. I kept seeing photos like Gigi's in like all the photos.
I know. Yeah. Looking sharp. Everybody was looking sharp. They were definitely hold on for half a second again. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to bring my son in here because exactly what I said was going to happen happened.
It's almost like you predicted it.
Yeah. All right. So where were we? I was talking about the mansion party.
Yeah.
Ollie J, the Jaffer mansion. Like I said, if anybody wants to look it up, just awesome stuff. And then I drove home from there, and that was my Art Basel. I had great conversations. I talked to a lot of people about what I'm working on and just cranking along. Like I love it. I love the events. It's so cool to live like even at the mansion party last night, I was talking to a guy who flew in from Germany for Art Basel.
Wow.
It's like I just drove 30 minutes. You know?
That's very
lucky.
Convenient. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. For like one of the world's premier art conferences. You know, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then the next event will probably be NFT NYC.
NFT NYC. So I'm considering ETH Denver in February, but I'm not sure.
Ooh.
I don't think that, but maybe. And I don't think I'm going to do NFT NYC because I think I want to go to Paris Blockchain Week.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sounds a lot more. I think that sounds a lot more exciting.
That does sound very.
And those are the same month, and then VCon in August.
Yep.
I mean, there's a million things. There's a constant.
Oh yeah.
Events.
Always stuff. I'm hoping to go to NFC NYC and VCon next year.
Cool.
And hopefully Art Basel.
Yeah.
I really like going to Miami, so
VCon needs to have you there. They need to up the role. Like, I think honestly, you need to be emceeing that thing like on the big screen every day.
That is a lot of pressure that I would not want.
Interviewing Gary.
I don't know. That's too much pressure for me. Yeah, I'd rather keep it chill. But
you're right.
But yeah, thanks for recapping your Art Basel experience.
Thanks for listening and indulging my recap.
Living vicariously through you. Yeah, I guess that's it for this episode, right? We got
I think that's good. No, I mean, let's say, we're kind of ending. This is our last the time we're going to record together for this year. So what a great year, 2023, 2024 hopefully will be an amazing year for everybody. We appreciate everybody listening, whatever holidays you celebrate around the world. We know we have listeners in I think like 100 countries over the time we've had this. People have listened to us. So some of that, I guess, is VPNs, but a lot of listeners, a lot of different places around the world. Thank you everybody for listening. We love doing it, and here we are. Happy holidays, Happy New Year 2024. It's going to be a big one.
I think it'll be a big year for our podcast. So we'll be going into the bull market, so yeah, it'll be exciting times. All right, well, folks, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Happy rest of 2023. And we will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_pseudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.